He seems like he sounds like a person who wants to be independent. Yeah?
Oh, he has something to offer.
Yeah.
You know, he's a brilliant teacher, and he teaches English as a second language to students who've come over from other countries and are trying to learn English. And so, I mean, he speaks multiple languages. He knows so much about the United States history. You know, when he lived in Guantanamo, he just studied and studied and studied, and he had American soldiers. You know, so he's not typical of the Cubans who haven't had, you know, a lot of exposure. And I mean, you're driving around with someone who's only grown up in Havana, and they say, "Oh, look at this magnificent government building! And you're looking and thinking, "Oh, you know, it's kind of ugly and stone," but to them, you know, it's maintained. You know, it's strong. You know, the way they judge things. And it's scary for some Americans because on the street, everybody will talk to you. They want to talk to an American. So, and
everybody's hustling.
Yeah, they're hustling me. They're hustling me, even when they're not.
Yeah.
You know, and
the urge of just get a contact.
Contact. That's it.
And you know, there was one who insisted she was trying to take us to a restaurant. And we knew that she wanted money after it, but we didn't. After we walked a long way and she talked and all that, you know, we didn't want to eat at the place she took us to. And it was fine. We did not give her a tip. I bumped into her next day, and she's friendly. You know what I mean? It's different.
You know, when I see that, I see a lot of places what are like Canary Islands.
Interesting. Canary Islands.
You know,
a little rough.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's actually their language, the Cuban language, the way they talk, is equal to Canary Islands.
You can't understand it well.
No. Well, it's like
they drop the S.
Yeah. In Canary Island, yeah.
I was there 5 times.
Vamos a la playa.
Wow.
Vamos a la playa.
Vamos a la playa.
Right.
Vamos a
and the next time we go to Spain,
vamos a la playa.
I bring Conchita there.
See, now Spain, I can understand the word. See, I've lost my Spanish, which was bad to start out with, but I can when I hear it, I can understand a lot. In Cuba, it's useless. you know, they don't pronounce their letters. They don't pronounce.
No, everything becomes little. You know.
Oh, chiquitita.
Everything becomes una casa. Becomes una casita.
And
Floridita.
And they speak with their tongue on the top of their mouth. Everything runs.
Yeah.
You know, ¿cómo está? Not.
Go with that.
You know.
Go with that.
Lo siento, Lucio.
Now,
And if you
one food.
Go with that.
Yeah. One food you didn't taste it.
Yeah.
What is very typical for Cuba is a gofio.
A gofio? What is this?
What's that?
Is it a fruit?
No, I don't know what a guapio is. I've never had that. I never saw a guapio.
It's actually maize. Maize? Yeah, maize.
No,
Corn.
Corn.
Sorry. Corn.
I guessed after a second.
Yeah, corn.
2 minutes.
It's very dry, and you can eat it in a dumpling form.
Oh.
Or you can eat it in a soup.
Oh, and they just add it?
Yeah, you can eat it with milk. And there is a saying in Cuba that Fidel Castro is a comigofio.
A communist cornball?
More or less.
Oh, that's funny.
Gofio.
Yeah.
Gofio.
And
como gofio.
Yeah, because the dominant people, they call it un comigofio.
You're a cornball.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
That's funny. That's great.
But the other thing that they have no GMO foods.
Oh no?
Genetically modified.
No genetically modified foods, none. So you know, the corn that you're eating is pure. You know, it's not genetically modified. The tomatoes taste like tomatoes. They're not genetically, although you got to be safe where they've been washed. You know.
But you know, you can call it organic food, but they are grown in backyards of houses, huh?
Yeah.
And when you see the leaded gas fumes, you know, it's might have been grown next to the road.
So there's lead on the surface.
On the surface, no, it's in the
plant
structure.
itself.
Yeah, and you know, you could have a wonderful organic meal, but you don't know where did that oil come from. You know,
Right.
Wow, you must have some good time.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I'm glad for you too.
Yeah,
you know.
it was fascinating. You know, I can say it was the most amazing mix of opposites.
Yeah.
Things that I've ever seen. You know, it was the best and worst of so many things because they have really got a good attitude considering.
Cubans are very, very nice, very much fun, and they're very open to talk to everybody.
They like to talk.
Yeah. Well, without communication on the street, this is entertainment.
Yeah.
So everybody talks to each other. It doesn't matter if you're a stranger, you know, and if they want to engage you.
Right.
Like Steph explained to me, you don't ask how much something costs. You say, "Oh, this is beautiful. Where did you grow it?" You know, I really
when
like it.
you go to the market.
Then you work your way up to the cost.
Okay.
You know, but
Not direct. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a polite. In that way, it's a polite society.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, when we're walking on busy streets, and in not so nice areas, if it's crowded on the sidewalk, I'll hear permiso, permiso constantly as people are trying to get around me.
Yeah.
Now, I've been in some of the finest places, and people would just push me out of the way.
I know. That me too.
So I was amazed at the politeness.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, you must really enjoy it. You know, you have actually the educational background to really enjoy Cuba the way it should be enjoyed. Right?
Yeah, well, getting educated before we went, and then having someone with us to explain things as we went.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, I never did like Cuban art. You know, I'm generalizing, but you know, I don't like Latin American art because it's to me it's very painful.
So the big head on heavy feet and all that from
like Botero.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that part's okay. But when you go to the museum, their Museum of Art, which is a magnificent structure inside, the lighting and puts the art museums here to shame. But the artwork is painted in brown and black and yellow. You know what I mean? It's dark. It looks as if it has years of oil on it, but it's not. You know, that's the paint choice. I would say 3/4 of the art was just dark in the choice of colors of the media. The rest of it, and in addition to that, it's just dark in subject. It reminded me of the old Soviet art.
Okay.
With the arm like this, you know, and the lightning or whatever it is bolts on the arm, and.
But you don't tell me you were born in the Soviet Union.
No.
Her father was.
No, my father was born there, and my mother was born right after they emigrated here, out of her family. So So
you're third generation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm second.
You're second.
Yeah, I'm
You're second to your father. Yeah.
Yeah, second to my father, and technically third to my mother. Yeah. But where my father's parents only spoke Russian, and my mother's mother only spoke Russian. She never did.
Did you still remember a little bit?
Not a bit. No. As a child, all I would hear was swear words. and, you know, so no. And